Sports injuries or chronic conditions, NovaCare is ready to assist you. For more information on the services available at NovaCare or to schedule an appointment, call 724-437-0556 for the Uniontown office or 724-491-5220 for the Masontown office. Quality parts, accessories, paints, tools, and supplies. Napa Auto Parts complete line for cars, trucks, imports, and farm equipment. Napa Auto Parts keeps America running. Fayette Auto in Uniontown, Standard Auto in Brownsville, and Napa Auto in Bell Vernon and Monongahela carry premium quality auto parts at discount prices. They always have a huge inventory of parts in stock when you visit a Napa Auto Part location. Over 200,000 parts in stock. Ask about their Napa lifetime warranty on most items with a no-hassle return policy. Open weekends and evenings. In Brownsville, phone 724-785-3800. Bell Vernon, dial 724-929-5522. Monongahela, dial 724-258-3101. And in Uniontown, dial 724-437-7553 for Napa Auto Parts.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Chris Parker Jr., what's going on at Autoland?
The Hyundai Getaway sales event is back, and so is 0% financing. Get away with a fantastic deal on a great new Hyundai. Here at Autoland, we're lowering prices on the 25s before the 2026 Hyundais arrive, and offering above Blue Book value on all trades. All this, plus incredible incentives and financing offers from Hyundai.
I'm listening.
We still have a great selection of those 25 all-wheel drive SUVs with the 0%. The full-size luxury third-row 2025 Palisade and the redesigned third-row 2025 Santa Fe, both with an amazing 0% financing for 60 months. Or choose up to $3,500 off HMS bonus cash on select Santa Fe. Check out the fuel-efficient 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE with 2.99% financing or lease for $229 per month.
Plus Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection with every new Hyundai purchased, and 3-year, 36,000-mile free complimentary maintenance. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown, or visit their website at AutolandHyundai.com.
You always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4HRT, or visit wvumedicine.org/heart.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
I'll tell you what, Fayette County, it's our time to stand up and take back our county and our country. The establishment elite, the career politicians, the swamp creatures in both parties, they have spent decades selling us out, making deals that benefit themselves and their donors, while the hardworking people of Fayette County and across America get left behind. They tell us to sit down, shut up, let them run things. They tell us, trust the system, but the system ain't working for us. It's working against us. Well, I've got news for them. We're not backing down. We're just getting started. We are the steel workers, the coal miners, the farmers, the small business owners, the first responders, and the families who built this nation with our bare hands. We work, we build, we sacrifice, and we don't need government bureaucrats telling us how to live our lives. They want more taxes. They want more regulations. They want more control. But we say no more. They want us divided, black against white, rich against poor, rural against urban. But we see through their lies. This movement, the MAGA movement, is all about us coming together as Americans. We believe in freedom over control. We believe in fair elections over corruption. We believe in jobs over handouts. We believe in family, faith, and country. And let me tell you, I ain't here to play politics. I'm here to fight for you. That's why I'm running for re-election as your recorder of deeds. Not to be another politician, but to be a watchdog against corruption, to protect your property rights, and to make sure the government is transparent and accountable. And I promise you this, after I win the recorder of deeds, I'm not stopping there. These establishment politicians have been bleeding you dry, raising taxes, playing political games with your money for far too long. I'm going to put an end to that. They'll try to smear us, silence us, call us every name in the book, but they will never break our spirit. We are MAGA strong, America first, and unstoppable. So Fayette County, are you ready to take back your government? Are you ready to send a message to the swamp that we the people are in charge? Are you ready to stand up, fight back, and win? Then let's get to work. Tell your neighbors, because the Hillbilly MAGA train is leaving the station and we're taking our country and our county back. Full speed ahead. God bless Fayette County. God bless Pennsylvania. And God bless the United States of America. And God bless President Donald J. Trump. I am John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of John Marietta and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Fayette County Recorder of Deeds Office or Fayette County government. This program is privately produced and funded, and no county resources are used for its production or promotion.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I ain't nothing but a simple man. They call me a redneck, I reckon that I am, but this thing's going on, make me mad down to the core. I have to work like a dog to make ends meet. There's crooked politicians and crime in the street, and I'm madder than hell, and I ain't gonna take it no more. They tell our kids to just say no, and then some panty-waist judge lets a drug dealer go. He slaps him on the wrist and he turns it back out on the town. But if I had my way with people selling dope, I'd take a big tall tree and a short piece of rope.
Hey everybody, this is John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly. Today's show is being brought to you by Mauser's Garage and Tire Center, Mung's Auto Body, Solid Foundation Ministry, Thundering Hills Feed and Supply, and I have to thank them. They bought my granddaughter's rabbits. They placed first in the middleweight class, and they were cute. Weren't they cute?
They were. I love them.
Yep.
They were in the poultry barn.
They were okay, but we'll get over that part. Highline Motorsports. Go see Greg. He always has something that goes fast. JB Market in Dunbar. Country Motor Sales. Gun Owners of America. John Marietta for We the People. Hillbilly John Radio. Tactical Civics. The Ink Spot. Fayette County Recovery Storage in U-Haul, and a new storage place in Connellsville, H&C Storage. Get a hold of them people down there. I think they still got a few openings, and they're talking about opening up another one already. So anyways, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? That's Psalms 11:3. I'll tell you what, Fayette County, this ain't just a concert. It is a declaration. You ever sit around and say, man, I miss when America stood tall, proud, and ashamed? Well, guess what? We're bringing it. That spirit back, and we're cranking it up to full volume. I don't know, we're gonna go full volume?
Yeah,
all right.
Absolutely.
I got Nick Polito. Okay. Freedom Rocks Fayette, October 25th at the State Theater in Uniontown. Brought to you by the MAGA Conservatives of Pennsylvania PAC. This is the most patriotic, electric, red, white, and blue bash Pennsylvania has ever seen. Headlining the night, the legend himself, Lee Greenwood, saying, God bless the USA like he only can. Country outlaw and patriot, Ira Dean, tearing up the stage with his rebel soul. Guess what? We're going to have a local guy there. His name is Nick Polito. And Nick's going to do a tremendous job. I know he will. And Jonah Klein, all the way from Nitro, West Virginia. He's one of my favorites. And guess who else is going to be there? Retro Rodeo, bringing the kind of country grit you can't fake. Meet and greets, you bet. Select sponsors get to shake hands with the stars. I'm gonna shake hands with Nick today. Tickets, they're moving fast. Go to magapatriots.org and click on Freedom Rocks Fayette for details. And today on the show, we're joined by one of the hardest working voices in local music, Nick Polito. We'll talk about the show, what it means to honor the great nation through song, and why Freedom Rocks Fayette isn't just a night, it's a movement. So buckle up, Fayette County. It's time to stand up, sing loud, and rock out for liberty. Didn't think I could write all them words at one time, did I?
How about it? All right.
It's a good thing I got that thing on my computer that I can hit. But anyways, I ain't afraid to admit it. I mean, Ronald Reagan had people write speeches for him, and I'm sure that President Trump has somebody write speeches for him. So why not somebody help John Marietta, the Hillbilly?
Absolutely.
Okay, Crystal, we got one thing we got to cover before we go any further. We're having a spaghetti dinner Thursday night, and we're going to have spaghetti from JB Market, which I neglected to put it through. Oh, yeah, I did. I cut it in there. JB Market in Dunbar, they make the best meatballs. I mean, they're grandma's meatballs.
They are.
And they're that good.
They are.
The red sauce is amazing, but
I feel like you're missing the highlight, though.
I think I'm getting there. I'm getting there. The
Okay,
salad's
all right.
going to be great. But what's
with homemade dressing?
Yeah, with homemade dressing. So what's going to be better?
The white sauce. His Alfredo is so good.
So,
like, I'm already thinking about it, and it's only Monday. A true story.
I'll probably have to eat carrots until then. But anyways, the wife's watching what I eat all the time anymore, so we'll have to watch because I can't wait till Thursday night myself. I can almost taste the white sauce.
I'll probably skip the pasta and just have a bowl of sauce.
Okay.
True story.
Nick Polito is going to join us on Thursday night, and he's going to play some things for us too.
Absolutely.
And maybe a brand new song.
I got quite a few of them coming. Yep. I'm going to try to play a bunch of them for you here.
But anyways, that's going to start. Doors are going to open on Thursday night, 4:35ish. If you're there, we'll let you in. We're going to try to have the food ready to go 5:30, something like that, or a little bit after 5. And I'll tell you, the Trump bus is pulling in about the same time, so we'll see how that's all going on take care of things. There's a lot of things happening this week, and we thought that the fair was going to wear us out, but evidently John Marietta found some other things to help wear us out too. We're going to be, me and my good friend sitting beside me. Guess what? She loves the fair so much.
I do love the fair. This fair wore me out. And that's the first time I did a vendor spot. It wore me out.
The heat. Oh my gosh.
That didn't bother me, but
we
the
got
fair wore
we
me
got
out.
through. We got through that, but I had 1,200 popsicle or freeze pops. I have approximately, we'll give or take a few one way or the other, but 300 left. So, and if I would have probably been more aggressive, I could have got rid of them 300.
Yeah.
But I was worried I wasn't going to have enough after the first night with the heat. But I'll tell you what, it was a wonderful time. Got to meet so many good people. Got to meet people that I know and care about that I get to see at the fair every year, and got to meet a lot of new people. And I want to thank everybody for their kindness. I really do, and their patience with me, because sometimes there was a line to get popsicles because somebody had to have a red freezy pop when there was a line there.
No, it was orange.
Oh, orange.
It was orange,
Okay.
yeah. He tried to give me banana twice, Nick. Right. I know. We keep covering this. I'm like, I want orange. Yeah, I want orange.
What's your favorite freezy pop?
I'm going to be honest with you, John. I couldn't tell you the last time I had one, to be honest with you. I'd say blue.
Yeah.
Blue is more popular. He ran out of blue.
Blue or purple?
Yeah, purple's my second favorite, but he ran out of blue early on.
Blue.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was a good time. I want to thank the fair for all the things they done. There was a little girl, a diamond girl, that sold her hog to help pay for. I think it was $27,000 they raised for the new barns.
Yeah,
and
she started quite the domino effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And it was a really good thing. I tell you what, I've known the Diamonds for 42 years. I knew and if somebody with the last name of Diamond, Gus Diamond or Chris Diamond or or any of them could have said anything. It tells you something. You can count on it. If they're going to be there, if they're telling you they're going to be there at 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, they're there, and you can count on their word over and over. And that's the kind of people they are. They're good people, and I'm glad to see that you can see the next generations taking.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It is. But anyways, I want one more time. I want to thank everybody from the fair. I got Nick Polito came out to see me, and you didn't get to see somebody at the fair there, did you? There was one person, one being, one creature you didn't get to visit with.
Who's that?
I didn't.
Mr.
Mr. Wattlesworth.
So maybe we have to get an appearance from him.
Mr. Breaker, I missed Mr. Wattlesworth too.
Yeah.
So
He missed him too.
He did.
I missed Lee
twice.
Greenwood and everything. I was supposed to go out, and I don't know what was going on with me. I had to play that Sunday that Lee Greenwood was playing, and by the time I got wrapped up, I was like, I just don't have it in me to get there. So, but I want to thank you for the opportunity for having me open up for him down here at the State Theater, John. Especially, recognizing me as a local artist and giving me that opportunity.
Well, I will
thank
tell
you very much.
Yeah, and your Melanie Patterson isn't taking care of a lot of that, but I will tell you that Ira Dean actually, when he heard he did some research, and he said we got to get this boy in there somehow, and I said there might be a problem, and he said well, we'll just sing after Lee Greenwood then. That's what he said. He said because I don't know, according to this boy is amazing. I mean, he said we don't have enough time. He said we'll sing after Greenwood. He said people will stay, and but we're trying to put a meet and greet together somewhere in town on Friday night. I want to tell it's Friday night the 24th. We're going to try to do that. I know it's football night, and I know that that football's one of my favorite things. But we're going to try to do something. We're going to try to navigate that. With Ira Dean and Nick, and probably Jonah is going to be there, and we're going to try to figure all that out. Maybe we'll get them to play a song or something to entice people. We're pretty sure that there won't be tickets left by that time, but somebody might be saving a few that at the last minute we can get some people in, I hope. Nick, I've got to meet you a couple different times, and of course out at the fair, and the person in between us here, I know she has you probably coming to Fest, right?
Yeah.
3rd year in a row.
Yep.
Yep. I'm everything from the musician to the host.
You'll be dipping ice cream this year.
Whatever
too,
Crystal Krause needs. Yep. I help Randy saddle up his horses.
Yeah, selling hot dogs, blowing up balloons.
I'm everywhere.
Oh, come on. It's not quite
But
that
I'm
bad.
thankful for her because, growing up, my first concert was the Clarks. And, I mean, I still listen to their music probably just about every day. I don't know. I'm just kind of hooked with it, And she called me a couple of years ago and was like, hey, Nick, I got an opportunity for you. Why don't you come out and open up, down here at the festival? And I was like, that is awesome. And we've been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited about all this, John. Really, I am. Speaking to my producer Dave Pahanish and my good buddy and producer Dave Pahanish, he's like, hey man, I know Ira Dean pretty well. He was like, he's a really, really good guy. So, I'm looking forward to meeting him and Lee Greenwood. My brother was a 2-tour veteran. Unfortunately, he passed away about 20 years ago, but I'm big on our veterans. I know Lee Greenwood is too. I get cold chills thinking about when my brother went into Iraq. We were all standing around a flagpole listening to Lee Greenwood, and it's just amazing that all these years later I have the opportunity to meet him and sing and do all the stuff that I enjoy to do,
And you're bringing me back to things because my brother was he was in the first bunch that went over the Desert Storm. Actually, they went and got him off the airplane because his wife decided to have a baby that day. Mm-hmm. So they went and got him. And he was able to get to see his first son born. And then, of course, the Army doesn't wait for your children to grow up. He flew out on the next batch that went out, and he was in Kuwait. I know how you're feeling, because when it all started and they were attacking, we were trying to get a stock car ready to go to Latrobe Speedway, and we were all looking at each other when we heard on the radio came over. I know exactly the feeling you got. You just don't, and somebody finally stopped, and somebody said we stopped and said a prayer. So that's where we were. I mean, we unless you have somebody involved, and your dad served. He was in the Navy.
Yep.
We all have somebody we have to think about, in harm's way.
Yep.
And that's what makes this country so good, because they're so great, because we have people that are willing to stand up and say, this is what we're going to fight for. We're going to fight for democracy. And that's, I really, I got to stop because I'm going to get teary-eyed here. But anyways, I guess, I don't know if everybody knows exactly who you are, but your last name's Polito.
Yep.
And so do you want to give us a brief bio?
Sure. I'm a local guy. I'm from Hopwood, PA. My family was in the floor covering business for an extremely long time. I took a jaunder at the coal mining industry for almost 10 years, and just kind of had enough of it. When I turned 28, I was like, I'm going to give this music thing a go for a while. My grandmother, Polito, and I, we pushed each other a lot with music, and it was something I always wanted to do, but I guess I didn't really believe in myself enough to bet on myself to actually take the plunge. So this month, as a matter of fact, is 4 years that I've been doing this full time, and it's been crazy. I figured maybe that I would probably do this for a couple months and go back to work, and here we are 4 years later, and it's just kind of grown and grown and grown and becoming overwhelming more and more each and every day. But it's everything I wanted to do in life. So it's not really something that I'm like, holy crap, I can't do this, Within 4 years, I've opened up for Tracy Bird out at the fair, Diamond Rio. I've got to work with the Clark's Trio. I've actually cut a record with Scott Blasey this past December. And right here in the beginning of February, Dave Pahanish and I decided to work with each other. So I'm cutting a full album with Dave Pahanish out of Nashville, Tennessee, and we're itching to see what goes on here.
Well, I do know there's some people coming on that night. We're not going to make you nervous, but there is some people coming to hear.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
I know Brett Boland's is going to. You might know him as a high Brett, but he does a lot of different things, and he's a promoter, and that's how our Redeem connection came into with us, and he's coming. He actually changed his whole schedule around. I know somebody else that did that too, but he changed his whole schedule around. He was actually supposed to be in South Carolina for a football game, and he's going to be there, and it's going to be this is going to be something for Fayette County. I really believe it will.
I love it. I love the fact that we can bring the national acts here, and I've been hearing nothing but great things about Ira. Of course, I've heard nothing but great things about Lee Greenwood too. But I'm looking forward to meeting Ira and shooting it with him and seeing what it's all about, man.
Okay, so now you've been playing music for 4 years.
I've been playing music really all my life, but I decided to make a career out of it 4 years
professionally,
ago.
Yeah. So give us an idea what kind of different events you might do. We know you do. We know you're going to be at Dunbar Community Fest.
Yep.
Clearly.
We know you're going to be at
all of our fundraisers. Clearly.
I'm still hitting a lot of the bars and nightclubs currently until I can hit some of the neon stages. That's kind of been one of my biggest growing pains, if it makes sense. There's a lot of us. Even when I go to Nashville, I kind of get frustrated when I'm there because I want to play and nobody really knows who I am, and there's 20,000 other independent musicians there too, so it's very challenging. But I feel that I got a lot of the right people in my corner as far as guys like Dave Pahanish and, great songwriters and producers, and I think that they're going to help me develop this thing to get it where I want it to be. I just think that it's something that takes time. I think it's crawling and walking. you know. But as of right now, I'm still just doing the nightclubs and the bars. Of course, anytime something like this comes around and I have the opportunity to do it, I don't pass up any opportunity.
Well, you're going to get another opportunity probably come spring, it looks like, too. So, we're
trying to bring some revenue to the county.
Yeah, we're going to. Yeah,
we're working on it.
You know what?
We have some other ideas.
The idea isn't just to raise money for the PAC, but the idea is to get as many people into downtown Uniontown as we possibly can get on Saturday night.
Be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And hopefully maybe Friday night. Mm-hmm. We're working on a couple of different things, but we got a couple of different venues, and we have that asked already about Friday night. And the problem is I want it to be big enough, but I want it to be big enough to hold the people, but I want it to be intimate, kind of a situation too, where people can talk to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's part of the whole genre that we have to focus on, because it's about faith, freedom, and family. I always want to emphasize the family part, because that's important to me. I mean, I always talk about my grandchildren, but family has to be the number one thing in your life. I mean, of course, you have to take care of your family first. I mean, so in Fayette County, we're more people know each other than what you realize, and a lot of times you'll talk to somebody, and that's what happens with me at the fair. I'll talk to somebody maybe 2-3 times every year, or once every other year or something, and you don't remember my name? Not really. I probably shook 10,000 hands in the last month, but I thank everybody that comes around and asks questions, because I think that's the important part of the whole deal. Just to ask questions about anything. Right. I mean, and we're fielding as many questions as we can right now about this concert, and we thought that the Fayette County connection with you was going to be a good one.
Yep. Well, I appreciate it, John. I really do. I thank you for the opportunity, man. It's good to see it. Even our local county fair bring these acts in too, because we do have a good county. Like, we do have a good town. Like, we have a lot of talent here too. There's a lot of other great musicians here too. Like, I go to Nashville and a lot of these other places where there's music, and I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just saying that we got a lot of talent here.
Well, that's one of the things we're looking towards. Maybe doing like a music festival in the future. Not just at the state. Maybe we could do it somewhere else. But I think that would really work. I mean, do like a bluegrass festival. Because the closest bluegrass festival that I know of right now is in Berlin, and that's usually Labor Day weekend. But I would like to see other things. I mean, maybe we bring Marty Stewart back in. I know he's coming a week before. Maybe we can get Marty Stewart to come back in and do some things and do a whole bunch of local talent. And it doesn't have to be just bluegrass. It could be just because John likes bluegrass doesn't mean that we can't have other things there too.
Right.
And
music's great, isn't it?
Well, you think about all the different types of music, and I can listen to about anything. I can enjoy about anything. I mean, of course, I like Southern rock too. That's probably where the bluegrass thing comes in. I like, I always tell everybody we'd be at the racetrack. A lot of racetracks would play "Sweet Home Alabama" before the races, and everybody would, I'd always stand up and they said, "What's that?" I said, "That's the Hillbilly National Anthem." So anyway,
it's a popular one.
Yeah.
That or Freebird. Well, there's always one in every crowd.
I can tell you a story about Freebird. My second daughter got married, and that's what they played for. I think that's what they played for the bridal dance. So anyways, but she was up for it. She liked it. It was great. And so, where did you start with instruments? That's one thing I always wanted to ask.
The guitar. I always wanted to play guitar, but I really didn't. I tinkered with it, but really, I didn't start really messing with it till about the age of 20. I sat down, and I'm self-taught. I sat down with the tube of you, I call it.
Tube of you?
Yep, and it taught me everything that I needed to know. And from there on, just kind of like a fun thing around the bonfire. And then I started going through some hard times in my life, late 20s, mid-20s, and I picked up a pen throughout those times, and I started putting some music together, writing my own thoughts. And I'm like, wow, maybe I'm actually becoming some type of songwriter, and here we are, But I was always into music. Like my grandmother Polito, she played the piano, and I had my own little keyboard and a harmonica, and I don't know, there was just something always about it, she always preached to me. She was like, no matter what, when, or where, just go play your music, because by the time you're done in that 20 minutes, half hour, you're just going to kind of forget about how bad your day was, for whatever reason. And it just helped me in life, and I was like, if I can keep this feeling going for the rest of my days by making a career out of this, then I won,
Yeah, if you enjoy doing what you're doing, then it isn't a job.
It isn't.
It isn't a job.
It isn't. And I tell my story too. And, Dave keeps me humbled as well, because I set goals, and sometimes they're unrealistic. And he's like, let's set realistic goals. Yes, the music's great. Yes, it's awesome what we're doing. Think about how many other singer-songwriters are out there that are fabulous. Just let the wind take it wherever it goes, man, and just enjoy what you're doing. And if you're making a couple bucks doing it, then that's a bonus. And I'm just staying humbled with it, And when an opportunity like this comes around, it's like, man, maybe this is, maybe it's crawling, it's making its way, it's baby steps, but it's really cool to think about, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I opened up for Tracy Bird 4 years ago out at the fair, I was playing at Hopwood Tavern for beers and tips, man. I mean, it was back when I drank, and a buddy of mine come up and was like, hey, man, I got an opportunity for you. He didn't really address it that way. He addressed it as, Tracy Bird's coming to town, and I addressed it back as, get some tickets, we'll go watch. And he goes, oh, no, you're opening for him. And I'm like, I've never played in front of more than 50 people, let alone 5,400. And I'm like, it kind of got real at that point, But music's always been in my life. My grandmother Polito was my musical influence and inspiration. Of course, my parents are too. It's not every day that, your parents back you when you go and quit your good-paying job and say, I want to be a full-time musician. And my parents, I got to give them all the credit in the world, including my siblings and my family and great friends, because they've backed me the whole way. They're like, you know what, Nick, go do it. Go do it.
And there's a bond between the guys that mine coal that people don't realize.
Right.
And you did mine coal,
yep.
and I guarantee you that there's people that you worked with that are saying, I mine coal with that man.
Yep, I've been sending them the promotional picture for Coal Dusted Neon Lights, which is going to be released August 22nd. The song's just a story of my past and where I'm at today, and I've been sending it to a couple of the guys I worked with, but one of the pictures that we used for the promotion, I took it in January of 2015. So I was 22 years old. It was after a midnight shift getting off the longwall, and, it doesn't really get any more blue collar than being a coal miner, and
I have a special spot in my heart for all coal miners. My father-in-law was a coal miner, and he worked at Rabina until they shut down, and then he went to Cumberland, and of course at that time they were still developing, I think, the paths there to get the continuous get the long walls in there. I mean, they had it working, but when they do that, they want to get so many panels, and I don't know exactly how that works, but he was one of the people that was. He worked on them continuous miners for years, and he was able to. He was lucky to be over there. But then that portal caught on fire. I don't know if you remember that or not, but it caught on fire. Batteries exploded or something, and it caught on fire, and then they shut that down for a while, and then, well, anyways, he didn't get to go back to the mine, but
it gave me a good life. As a young person, I went into the coal mine 2 months after my 18th birthday. I went in a coal mine for $10 an hour. You know, I went through some stuff with my family. There was some unfortunate circumstances that took place, and it was time for Nick to go to work, and that's what I did. I bought a house at the age of 21. Without the coal mine, I would have never been this far in life, you know, and I worked every day. It was, heck yeah, I'm taking that money. I'm going to work.
I guess what I'm leading to is the song that you wrote, so I'm really anticipating it, and it's not going to be released till
August 22nd.
Okay.
August 22nd. So Dave and I, we've discussed we're gonna release music probably like every 4 to 6 weeks, and we're on a roll. You know, within the 4 months that I've been in Nashville, we've already put together like 7 or 8 songs. I mean, the whole album's almost done. And initially, when I got there, he was like, Nick, let's try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. No hard feelings. And it just went nuts. It went crazy, and all these songs started coming along. And initially, it was only supposed to be a 5-song EP, and then it turned into a full album. And I'm like, let's do it. You know, I mean, then the writing's, it's all of my life. It's all of my story. And Dave dives into, and he's such a great songwriter, but he's a very, very talented, great person, though, too. Like, his family invites me in to eat dinner when we're done working in the studio. There's not a lot of people out there in the world like that anymore, John. You know, some people are about their money, and that's kind of on that business end. But he's been great to me. You know, him and his family, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for all the opportunities that I've had. You know, as an independent, I don't take much of a stance with any type of political, regime. It's just not in my nature with what I'm doing for a living. I just kind of leave it in my own brain. But anybody that admires talent, especially local, and grabs a hold of it and gives somebody like myself the opportunity, I have to thank you. I really do.
Well, you need to thank the girl in between us, because she's the one that brought us together here.
Oh yeah.
We would have it would have been a little bit different. Like I said, the one question I do want to ask you is I know you play the guitar, but is there a particular, country rock
genre? I'm classified as Americana country.
Okay.
So I attended Launch Music Conference and Festival, and they classify you, and I'm like, let's see what they classify me as. They had like metal, folk, country, America, all the different genres, and on their board they had Nick Polito Americana Country Folk, and I'm like, folk? I don't know. I never really thought folk. Like, when I think folk, I think banjo. Maybe. I don't know. So I go with Americana country because it is. And a lot of places that I go to, they're like, where's that accent from? I'm like, I don't know, buddy. I'm 10 minutes outside of Morgantown. I don't know. I go down south a lot. Maybe I'm picking up on that as well. But Americana country.
The first time I ever was in Arkansas. We were unloading a truck, and we was unloading stock cars, and one of the guys that was there with us, I said "yuns," and he looked at me. And you'd have thought I was speaking in like some kind of alien speech. He says, "What's that?" And I said "That's Pittsburgh." And he said, "Oh, what's it mean?" I says, "Y'all." Mm-hmm. And I said, "But that's." And it's like funny because like half of Fayette County says y'all and the other half says yuns. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's depending on where you surrounded yourself with.
Could be.
When you were in
Very well could be.
But
Americana country is where I'm at with it. I get it, which I love country music. I love rock and roll too. When I really started playing music, I got into a band called One Bad Night. We were together for a couple years, and we were just a rock and roll cover band, playing the honky tonks in the bars. And then I went and did my own thing, and the band stuff was fun. It was a lot of work. It was. And I take my buddy Pete Franzik with me everywhere I go now, and if a band's needed, we put something together like what we did out at the fair. We bring the drums and the bass, but when it's not, we just kind of do our own thing. I just kind of give the raw emotion of it. It doesn't get any more raw than just the acoustic side of it.
I like Hank Williams Sr. I always did, and you often think about all the things that he done, but one of the things that he done real well, or did better than anybody else, was he'd get done playing at the Grand Ole Opry or playing wherever he was playing, and you'd find him in some bar at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he'd be there with a guitar playing with people. And they say it's documented, it's the truth. And I think about it's the relationship you have with the folks that are around you that elevates you more than the people that are paying to see you sometimes.
That's right. It is.
You think about that.
It's not all about the money. Of course, we all need some money to live, but I've just kind of justified the fact that I'm doing what I enjoy, not that I didn't enjoy coal mining. I don't know, I kind of had a wake-up call. COVID came through, people got sick, this, that, whatever, and I'm like, it just kind of like justified how quick life can be over, which I kind of knew that as a young kid. Like, my brother passed away at the age of 24. He came home from the war. He was Afghanistan and Iraq veteran, United States Marine Corps. I still wear his tag around my neck. But he came home with a disease called Q fever from contaminated soil and water. He died 9 months later. He died in Florida. And I kind of always kept that in my mind too, like, hey man, you're not here for a long time. I want to be here for a good time. God ultimately blessed me. Not to push God on anybody, but it's just my belief. God blessed me with a talent that I want to share with people.
Well, when it comes right down to it, life's a sacred mystery.
It is.
And no matter, you can believe whatever you want, but life, no matter how you believe, life is a sacred mystery.
Yep.
But I guess I want to get back to. Here's the question I asked Ira Dean, and it was hard for him to answer. If you could pick anybody that you would like to play a song with, anybody. Yep. Who would it be? Somebody you like to pick along with, or just sit down and talk to?
That's a really hard question. That's a really, really hard question.
It's stymied him because you can imagine he's been around the greats of the greats.
If I had to say, I'm going to say George Strait.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But on one condition. Randy Breakiron got to be with me.
Oh, my. Oh, mercy.
He's probably listening.
He can play the harmonica.
He's probably listening.
Oh.
Randy can play the harmonica.
I guess.
Right.
We'll get
if
him
not,
caught up.
he'll start singing. So we all know he'll start singing without a doubt.
Amarillo by morning. I couldn't tell you, like when we did Pike Festival, he texted me 2 years ago. It wasn't this past one, but he's like, hey, I'm coming through Hopwood, and he's like, you think you could set your speaker up at Hopwood Tavern and play Amarillo by morning while I'm riding through on my wagon?
Oh,
and I did.
I'm sure.
I did. He was waving. That's the Hopwood celebrity, man.
I think it rolls out past there.
He's a great guy though too. He supported me. Told him, I was like, this is what I want to do. Randy knew me clear back when I was working in the mine, and he's like, Nick, you're chasing that neon rainbow, living that honky tonk dream. And I'm like, it sounds like a song. He said, it is.
I can hear him saying that. It is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just been great, man. I've been smiling along the way. It's an amazing life, and life's too short to go through it mad all the time and anxious and disgusted with things. It's just going to be the way it's going to be, and life is all of what you make of it. And I'm wanting to make it the way that I see it fit, and have great people surrounding me and play some good music.
So you play the guitar all 90% of the time or 95% of the time,
yep.
and like you said, if you need somebody to come in and play the bass, or somebody come in and do the drums, you have
Yep. We have all that. But Pete Franzik and I we just kind of, we click, and he's my guy. We play at Tropics every Tuesday. We're headed down there tomorrow, but we take as many gigs together as we can. And, Pete Franzik's from the Roundhouse days. I quit drinking over a year ago, but one of the drunkest nights of my life was at a Roundhouse reunion 3 years ago during a rainstorm, and I had a really, really great time, man. And those guys just brought down the house. It's just like, it ran through my bones, man.
I like going to Tropics. I haven't been down there yet this year. We go down usually on Wednesday night when they have crab legs.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
Yep. Yep. Tuesday night is their wing night. It's like 70-cent wings or 80-cent wings, whatever it is. But we're down there every Tuesday from 6 to 9. And Brendan that owns that place, they've been good to us. This is our second or third year, Pete and I. You know, as soon as the weather gets better, clear to when it gets cold, he has us down there every Tuesday.
Now, where do you play somewhere usually on every Saturday night? Or
oh, yeah. It all just depends. Right now, I'm within about a 90-mile radius. Of course, Miss Krause here, she's always pitching me to people, too, trying to help me get some places. And I'm very thankful for her, too. So, but right now, anywhere from Morgantown, West Virginia to Greensburg to Scottdale, Connellsville, I take every opportunity that comes at me. You know,
well, that's good. I like, and that's what you, and that's what you got to do until you get to where you. And I think, like I said, I think that's one of the things you got to stay with forever.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm committed to it. I was just on a show with Arnie Amber on the 17th or 16th of last month, and he's like, "Are you here to stay?" I said, "Buddy, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to ride this ship until it sinks and go back and forth to Nashville. And I've already made up my mind, if anything really ever took off for me and I ran into some type of substantial amount of money, that I'm going to take it and do a lot of things for our veterans. I am huge on our veterans, especially what happened to my brother. You know, I'm a military man. Of course, I'm a coal man too, because, you know, that was my job. And, you know, I'm big on helping. I go up to the Ark, I go to the nursing homes, I go to all these places because it's in my heart to do it. It is. And I would hope that if I was in a nursing home someday, somebody would come and sing to me. You know, I went out east. I went up and did a Poconos. My relatives invited me up. I played gigs. Hit a nursing home while I was up there. They let them drink alcohol while I was there. You should have seen this woman. She was holding my tambourine. She was in her wheelchair, tambourine up, margarita in the other hand. I'm like, what is going on up here?
Nick?
I could do this every day of the week.
That was my grandma. I tell you what, Nick.
She kept screaming, Conway Twitty, Conway Twitty. I'm like, I think the only one I know is Hello Darling, you know? Like,
she probably liked it.
She did.
Jam,
we made it happen. They were all passed out drunk by 3:30. I loved it. I really did, man. I loved it, you know?
Well, I'm glad. Yeah. And them's the things you remember more. Yeah, you'll remember that for the rest of your life.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Anything you want to close with? Contact information or anything?
You guys can find me on Facebook, social media, Instagram. I post all my stuff. My new single, True North, just dropped on the 17th of last month. You can find it on Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, pretty much any online app. Coal Dust and Neon Lights is coming out August 22nd. I want to thank John Marietta for having me on the show. Miss Crystal Krause here. Nick.
Hey, buddy.
Thank you guys very much for having me.
We got to close up. We only got 30 seconds, believe it or not. On this road called life, you have to take the good with the bad. Smile when you're sad, love what you got, and remember what you had. Always forgive and try to forget. People change. Things go wrong. Just remember the ride goes on. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America. I am John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly.